guys, welcome back to another episode of Table for Wong. We're here with
Kay, also known as
Hi.
Kayless Forever on Insta and TikTok.
Yes. We'll plug all of her socials down below. You guys can always find any of our panelists down below. So today we're going to be interviewing Kay and just getting a little bit to know about her. So could you tell us like your age and what you do for fun, or like if you have a job or if you're a student currently, and basically like at the end like what got you into lifting, like what's the whole backstory behind it?
Yeah, so I'm Kay. I'm 17. I'm about to turn 18, but um, I got popular online for just like posting lifting content, gym stuff, just like sharing my journey. Just because it's like a big passion of mine to lift. And I want to share that with others and hopefully inspire them to, you know, get into lifting and embrace their journey. Um, as for like hobbies, I guess, apart from lifting, I'm very much so like I love to edit and just like be creative. That is why I honestly like started my Instagram because I just had so
Mm-hmm.
much fun with like the editing process and like, you know, making like cool clips and matching it up with the music. It's like just like even just to pass time, I'll just like sit on my phone and like edit stuff for fun. Um, I'm also like a huge outdoors person. It's like disgustingly hot in Florida right now, so I'm not really outside too much, but during the winter, it's so nice to go on like long walks like at our parks or um like go to the beach because I live like 5 minutes from the beach.
Oh, me too.
Yeah. And I mean, like, mainly what got me into lifting was like, I don't like to speak about it too much, but prior to my accounts, I had an eating disorder, and on TikTok and Instagram, I actually had like a recovery account. It was like really small, but it was just the same idea of like, I wanted to document and share my recovery journey.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and just like that was a very traumatic time in my life, and I'm so glad that I'm past that. But like a big part of healing from that was, finding the gym because all through my teen years, like my childhood, I was very athletic. I did dance and gymnastics growing up. So I think I did like dance for like 4 years and then gymnastics for like six.
Oh, dang,
So
that's a long time.
Yeah, so up
Yeah.
until age 13, I was always at some sort of practice.
Mm-hmm.
And then I
Yeah.
decided to quit gymnastics like end of eighth grade going into high school. And it was like that sudden identity crisis of like, I'm not doing a competitive sport anymore. I'm not going to practice. I have
Mm-hmm.
all this time on my hands, whereas like I would be at practice, and everyone known me like in my friend group I was known as like the muscular one, the athletic one,
Yeah.
the competitive one, and now I was just like, who am I now that I don't have any of that? So that was kind of like what kickstarted my eating disorder. It was like a traumatic response. There was nothing wrong with like, I don't know why, but like growing up, I never had an issue with food, but for some
Yeah.
reason, this just like
That's
manifested
interesting.
as that.
Yeah.
And it's super odd because like, it could have manifested as like drug addiction instead, or like, you know,
Yeah.
um, stuff like that. But I honestly don't even know how it happened, but it just did. It's like I always tell everyone at the beginning, food and like my body was never the issue. It was just kind of quitting what I was so familiar with. Um,
Yeah. Do you miss it? Like, do you want to go back to it?
to the eating disorder.
No, 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 not to
Oh,
that.
I was about to be like, hell no.
Not
But
to the
like
gymnastics and stuff like that.
gymnastics, I do miss it, but I don't think I would ever go back or
Mm-hmm.
like Yeah, I miss like, going to practice, being with my friends, but I don't miss like the actual sport because at the level that I got to, it was very physically demanding on my body, and I was
Yeah.
constantly getting injured. And like
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
to
Yeah.
this day, my biggest injury was I like fractured my lower spine and broke my tailbone. So to this day, I still have persisting lower back pain and stuff when I do things
Oh,
like
shoot.
squats,
Oh,
RDLs,
yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
Um, and it really sucks because I'm like 17 and I have like basically the body of like a 60-year-old. Like my joints hurt, my bones hurt, and it's like, yeah. And in addition to that, it was also very like mentally demanding because my coaches, they would be expecting so much of me because I was also like the best on the team. So when I would get injured or say like this is hurting, I don't want to push myself, like my body, it doesn't feel good, they would just tell me to like get up, suck it up, and just keep flipping, basically.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
They
and
don't like, they don't say like,
practices,
oh, you want to take a break or anything like that?
no. They very are like they're very tough in gymnastics, and I was training, I think like 5 times a week, 3-hour practices, and then like each practice had like an hour of conditioning. So I was in the gym like 15, 20 hours a week. Um,
Yeah.
just like it's not that much compared to like the pros, but like for me, that's like definitely more than I was like ever expecting once I
Yeah.
reached that level.
For
So yeah.
gymnastics, do they also like want you to like look a certain way, like, oh, you shouldn't eat this because you have to be thinner or something like that? Like, do you think any part of the ED really stemmed from gymnastics, or it's just like quitting in general?
So with that, I'm actually like very grateful that I never had anything like that in my like gymnastics, like
Yeah.
in the team I was on. Like none of the coaches ever like body shamed, and like all of the girls were like quite similarly like built to me.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, it's just like the main thing I guess was like the comments was because like I was one of the best on the team, and everyone would always tell me like you're so muscular, like you have like so much power when you like flip, like um you you're able
Yeah.
to do this whatever, whereas like the other girls can't. Like I think like to dead hang, I would be able to dead hang for like 5 minutes from the bars, and the coaches would be like you're so strong, like your grip strength, whatever. And then it was like, like quitting. I was like, I'm still like being called that strong person, but what can I like? I'm not doing gymnastics anymore. So like obviously like all my strength is gonna go away. Um,
Yeah.
and like my body is going to change since I'm not doing sports anymore. I'm not
Yeah, like not
athletic.
maintaining it. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it just started as a whole like spiral of like I want to maintain my gymnast body. I want to maintain my athleticness, whatever. So that was initially like when I started going to the gym. It was like early 2022. I was only in there for like 4 months until I got pulled out, and they were like, you're anorexic. You shouldn't be in the gym. Because when I started going to the gym, it was like good intense at first, but then I just slowly slipped into that controlling mindset. Like everything felt so out of control with about to start high school, quitting sports, losing like most of my friends because
Yeah.
like I drifted with my teammates. I was
Yeah.
like, everything feels so out of control, but the one thing that I can control right now is my movement and my intake of
Period.
food.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't want to share numbers in case it's like too triggering, but I was eating not enough at all. And I was
Yeah.
in the gym with the goal of like, I want to gain muscle, but I was eating
Yeah.
literally
So it
like a
became
toddler.
unhealthy.
Yes,
Yeah.
it became like very unhealthy.
Yeah.
Um, and then a few months later, my mom took me to the doctor because I was like, "Hey, mom, I'm not able to use the bathroom. I
Yeah.
think something is wrong."
Yeah.
And then the GI doctor was like, "She's not eating enough of anything, that everything is just stuck in there."
Yeah.
Um, and that was when the stomach doctor told my mom, like, she's anorexic, like she lost this much weight in this amount of time. And that was the first time I ever heard the term anorexic, and the first time my mom even heard about an eating disorder, like at all.
Yeah. What
Um,
age was this? Or like how long was it after you quit gymnastics that you found out?
so it was like I quit gymnastics in like January 2022, and then I got um diagnosed in May of 2022. So
So
it
that was
was like
pretty
a
quick.
very, yeah, it was a very short
Yeah.
amount of time.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, and that was kind of when it started, I guess. It was also like a realization for
Mhm.
me because growing up, I was always in my head of like, how could anyone be scared of food or have like guilt after eating food? Like, that's so silly. But then it literally
Yeah.
like subtle foreshadowing happened to me, and I don't
Yeah.
even know how.
Yeah,
Um,
I feel like you never really know like what someone is going through or how someone explains anything to you until you're the one going through it. Because that's when you
right.
really feel it, you know? Yeah.
Yeah, it's like I physically cannot explain it to someone unless they've had one or dealt with one in the past. It's like
Hmm.
kind of like that type of thing. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah.
Like I can't really like relate to that because I never had an ED before, but like I know like for me, because I'm trying to do like general just like weight loss and like leaning out and stuff like that. Like whenever I eat something, like I feel guilty even if it's something healthy. Like I feel like I should be fasting or like I should be skipping like a whole day without eating in order to
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
So,
definitely also like a lot of like the media. Like growing up, um,
for
I
sure. Yeah,
was
for sure.
like I was on TikTok, I was on Instagram. I definitely like compared myself to others that I would be seeing. Um, I would look up like, like innocent, like healthy, like food inspo, whatever, and it would be like
Yeah.
rice cakes and like hard-boiled eggs. And I'd be like, oh,
Yeah.
maybe I should like eat like that. And then it was like two rice cakes became one rice cake, and then one rice cake became none at all. So,
Damn.
yeah.
That's kind of deep. That's kind of sad. Yeah,
I
I feel
know, it
like
is really sad.
yeah, like lots of social media, there's things that work for different people, but it's like, and there's things that work for different people, and there's so much of media, and they're telling you like to do this or like do that, or like they're telling you like, oh, like someone else is wrong and you should follow what I say, but it's really like you have to see what works for yourself, like with eating and with how you exercise, how you like move your body and stuff like that. And it's like it's really draining because like I don't know which one to follow. Like I'm still trying to see like what works for me, and it's like there's so many that have to see, and it's like overwhelming just when you know that information. Like I haven't even like I've tried like some of the methods, but so much of it is just like yikes, that's a lot. Like where am I supposed to start? You know what I
I
mean?
know. And it's
Yeah.
even like that with the gym. Like there's so much information out there. There's people screaming, do high volume. Other people screaming, do low volume. Or like train a failure, don't train a failure.
Yeah.
Um, it's so much and it's like honestly just very oversaturated. But that's like one of the main reasons why I wanted to like start my like account was just to kind of like almost be like um just like a safe space or like source of inspiration for others. Like I post
Mhm.
like my food like all the time in addition to
Yeah.
like, my gym stuff. Um and I want to like let people know like, you can eat anything you want really as long as you like eat enough for your body. Like
Yeah.
if you can like you can maintain a six pack and eat a donut every day as long as you still like eat your like body's maintenance. And I always have people DMing me and asking me like oh, you have a six pack? Did you cut out sugar? And
Uh-huh.
I'm like, that's not how it works. Like,
Yeah.
sugar is like, it doesn't do anything really. Like,
Yeah.
it's not to be demonized. And I also always have people ask me, like how many calories do you eat? Like, what's your
Yeah.
intake like? And that is stuff that I will like never share because
Mm-hmm.
just because like someone looks a certain way does not mean that you can copy them. There's like so much
A
that goes
hundred
into
percent.
it.
Yeah, it's a different body and different age
Yeah.
too. Yeah.
And it's
Yeah.
also like I'm 5'2" and someone can be the same height as me and weigh the same as me, but we can have completely different needs because it also
Mm-hmm.
goes into consideration, body composition, like your muscle to fat ratio because those burn different amounts. Also, your activity level, how many steps you get, like it's
Yeah.
just like a whole thing. And I'm so
Yeah.
tired of the whole like you need to eat 1,200 calories for weight loss because like
Yeah.
that's like actually insane. And I don't know why that's still like in.
A thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So like when you first started social media and stuff like that, was it just like for content or did you do like just like regular posts of yourself or like did you have like another like thing before it or did you just like want to do it because you thought editing was cool?
So it was kind of like um after I like recovered, like I guess, my
Mhm.
main motivation like to recover was I missed being athletic. I missed sports and like just moving my
Yeah.
body in a way that felt good to me and that didn't feel like a punishment, I guess. So I wouldn't say that I was in a good place to start lifting in like October 2023. That was when I started. Um,
Yeah.
so there was a long like year and a half of recovering and just like doing work on myself. But then I was like,
Yeah.
you know, I remember like I went all in one day and I was just like, F it, like I'm just gonna eat anything I want and whatever I want.
Yeah.
And that is like what I got popular for with like my recovery account on social media
Okay,
because
good. Yeah.
it's like the phenomenon extreme hunger is genuinely like so fascinating because I was this like tiny girl, but I was eating like 6, 8, 10,000 calories a day just because my body was so deprived. It was like starved. It needed like it was restricted for so long of food. It was just like
Yeah.
the floodgates opened and it was a very tough journey, but that's like what got me here
Yeah.
today to be able to start lifting, to be weight restored, to be healthy again. So
Yeah. So
then,
it was kind of like 360, like it just turned one day. Like you were just like, all right, whatever, I'm gonna do this. Like I've been wanting to do this, and today it's gonna be
yeah,
the day I do it. Yeah.
basically, I literally know the exact date and it's the password for my phone because
Oh,
it's just like,
no,
it was
that's
like
really, yeah, that's really like
very
sentimental.
special.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
And like it's been over 2 years now since my like all-in date.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just like crazy because I'm a completely different person and I never thought that I would be in the place that I'm at where I would be okay with food and okay with my body and exercise is something that I genuinely look forward to and it's not about looking a certain way or like calories burned or whatever.
Yeah. It's more
Um
like just having fun and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's literally
Yeah.
like my passion, and it's like me, I struggle very much with OCD and anxiety, and the gym is like my outlet for that. It's like where I can go during the day to kind of like release everything that I've pent up. Um,
Yeah. Yeah, that
and I
makes
feel like a
sense.
lot of people can relate to that. So,
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure. Like lots of people use gym as like an outlet for whatever they're going through. Like no matter if it's like a heartbreak or if it's like an ED or if it's like I don't know, like just like how you want to look. Like it's there's a bunch of reasons for it and I feel like that's really beautiful that we can all connect through like something that's like such a great
yeah,
outlet for so many people. Yeah.
right. And it
Yeah.
was like I started lifting October 2023. and I was like doing it for a few months. And then in like, I think it was like February of 2024, so a few months later, I was like, like something about me just loves like documenting and posting on social media. So I was like, I want to make a gym account. I
Yeah.
originally started as like a recipe account. Like if you scroll back way in my reels, you will see like some of my first few videos just being basically like all recipe stuff.
You
I
should do
wanted to
more
make
of
like
that. Like I would
I'm
love to see your I see your like your little protein bowls and then is it like you put sour cream on it or like there's like some like white thing?
I
Like I've
always
seen your
put like
post.
cottage cheese.
Oh, cottage cheese. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
I have like more recipes on TikTok because I like to keep my Instagram like
Mhm.
exclusively gym
Yeah, makes
stuff.
sense. Mhm.
I just found that like that's what like performs the best, I guess.
Mhm.
And then that way, that'll always give people like an incentive to like want to follow me on TikTok as well because I want to grow on both platforms.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I started my TikTok this February, and I'm just trying to like grow it. So,
Oh, so pretty recent.
yeah, it
Yeah.
was like, what month are we in? August?
August, so like
Yeah,
6 months
that's
ago.
crazy. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, there was that, and then I was like, let me just start like posting reels and stuff. And it was so like, okay, so you definitely know, but a lot of people think that I'm not natty because of like my build, my shoulders.
Yeah.
And what people don't realize is like I started in a spot where I was very like I was I don't know, like I was skinny fat. I was
Mhm.
still like I was tiny, but I just had a lot more fat mass on me than muscle. I had like basically no muscle. And then people
Yeah.
also forget that I was a gymnast for literally like the majority of my childhood. I was
Yeah.
at a point where I was very muscular. I had to be swinging my body weight on the bars. I had to be launching myself into the air. So within a span of like 3, 4 months, it was like those newbie gains, but also muscle memory. And my shoulders, well, specifically like my shoulders and my back, they just like blew up
Yeah.
because it was kind of like that gymnastics like starter pack. Like I would say in gymnastics, like aside from like your legs, you use your back and your shoulders like the most for upper
Yeah.
body strength, like doing like on bars especially. So
Yeah.
that was like my first viral reel that I posted. I remember posting it and it got like 2 million views. And I was like, this is so cool. I've never had a reel hit like over 10K. Like I'm at
Yeah.
2 million. That's so many people. And it was a
Yeah.
transformation video of me of like 6 months ago when I first started, and then a clip of me in like April. And
Yeah.
that was like I looked very different, like body composition wise, because
Yeah.
I was I was
I might
just
have like found you from that reel because like I
a
knew
lot of people
you.
did.
Yeah, I knew you before the group chat, like before all the girls mentioned you to me. I was like, wait, like I know her, like I follow her, like I love her. She's so cool, you know? Yeah.
I never knew that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
It's
like I
crazy.
found you from like literally just like my For You page. So,
Wow.
yeah.
That's wild. But it's like it's so like weird how it works, the Instagram algorithm. So like once I got that first viral video, I was like, oh, like this is actually really fun. Let me keep
Mhm.
posting. So I kept
Yeah.
posting and then I hit 10K April of 2024 or like May, April or May, I don't know.
Mhm.
Um, basically like a year ago. And
Yeah.
then I
And then
just
now look at where you are now. Like that's crazy work.
Yeah, I remember in October of last year, October, November, I was feeling very discouraged because I was stuck at 20K for like months. And then I was like, before 2024 ends, I want to hit 30K on Instagram. There's only like a month left. I don't know if I can do it. But something that like the gym also very much taught me is like you can do anything that you like put your mind to, and there's like
100%.
you would be so surprised of like what you're capable of, like if you truly push yourself and go after something.
Yeah.
Um, so I was like, yeah, there's only a month left, but like let me really level up like my content.
Yeah.
Um, so I started like posting like more transformations, more edity stuff, and then this was when that reel of me like went viral of like when I was at my old gym, like in the bathroom, someone came up to me and like
Mhm.
said I was like being recorded.
Mhm.
Like that gym interaction video, that
Yeah.
reel is at like 27 million views or something right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
Like my biggest video, and I somehow managed to hit 30K by the end of December.
Yeah.
And it was very fascinating because I was like, there's that many people watching me. Like I never thought I would make it to like this follower level. And it just kept on building and building from there. And now like I'm where I'm at. And I'm like, I have no
Yeah.
idea how it happened, but it just did.
Yeah,
Um,
like I feel like lots of people being able to see how someone grows is like a main, like a big factor in like following people and stuff like that. Yeah.
right. And that's like especially like me, like I literally picked up the phone when I was like fresh into the gym and I was not jacked or like I
Yeah.
just looked average. And I would still say that I'm not massive, but I'm athletic. I would say I'm
Yeah, like you had a, I
like
feel like you have an athletic build. I feel like
yeah.
a little bit probably like above average because
Yeah,
you were
I
in
was gonna
the,
say like
yeah.
I'm not like whoa, like you're a Greek god type of level. Like no, I just consider myself like above average.
Mm-hmm.
Um just like slightly more athletic than people my age, I guess.
Yeah,
But
and like before, I think maybe you mentioned it once, like about you being a gymnast, but I don't really remember. Like, I didn't really know so much in detail before until like today. I feel like you had a story, and like even though you didn't really, or from what I know, like you didn't really put it that much on social media, like people can see that like this girl is special. Like, there's something in her. Like there's something that I can like get out of and I can learn from her. Like I feel like that's a really big thing too.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like I don't like talking about like my eating disorder past at
Mhm.
all, even though it's like kind of like what led me to like rediscovering the gym. And the gym like definitely like when I would say when I first started the gym, I was maybe like 95% fully recovered. But it was the
Mhm.
gym that like really brought me that extra 5% to like where I can
Mhm.
now say that I'm like fully recovered. And I'm like, I was thinking about this the other day, but I looked in the mirror and I was like, for what felt like the longest time in like forever, like could finally look in the mirror and I'm like, like that's me. Like I love me. I don't
Oh, that's so
like
pretty.
I was like I actually like what I see and I feel comfortable in my skin. There was never once a moment that I could really remember where I didn't look in the
Oh my god,
mirror
you're
and
gonna
it kind of
make me
like
cry.
do you know what I mean though? Like
Yeah,
it's
I know what you
actually
mean,
like
yeah.
yeah, and it was like the same with like food. Like for so long, I've always had this like food noise in my head, this like inner critic, this like you can't eat this, you shouldn't eat this, you ate too much, whatever. Um, like, but now I'm just like, you know, I just eat what makes me feel good. And
Yeah.
like, I'm sorry, but like eating a pint of Ben and Jerry's every day does not make me feel good because in like recovery. I was literally previously known as the Ben and Jerry's girl because in my extreme hunger days,
Mhm.
I would always have like a pint of Ben and Jerry's a day and I would film like TikTok reviews of them. Bro,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
I also feel like very much part of fitness journey is knowing things about yourself and learning about yourself. So,
100%. Yeah,
like
for sure.
for me, like I have comments, like I get comments from people all the time, especially like, about like my Prime bites. Um, they're like, like, do these Prime bites even like taste good? Like, why don't you just have like a normal brownie or like a cookie instead of a Prime bites? And I'm like, well, first of all, I know my body, and it's like I've experienced eating like things like crumble and like brownies in abundance during my recovery journey, and I just know that
Yeah,
it like didn't make me feel like physically good. Like I felt icky.
yeah.
Um, because I was kind of like not binging, because like extreme hunger and binging are very different, but it was like I was
Mm-hmm.
eating it a lot. And I'm not gonna lie, like there is like some foods where I get like PTSD or like triggered by just by seeing them. Like if I see Ben and Jerry's, I'm like, ooh,
Yeah, 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 yeah. I know what you
that
mean. Yeah,
yeah. So, and it's like with Prime Bites, I'm like, they taste very good to me. I love them. They have protein. They don't make me feel sluggish or like weighed down. And it's like a sweet treat, and it helps me reach my fitness
yeah,
goals. And it's
yeah,
like this, it's like crazy how my view of food also changed, because, the whole big thing of like carbs make you fat. Don't eat carbs. Um, like fruit is bad because it has sugar. Actually crazy. Um, so I feel like every canon event that a gym girl has gone through at some point is like being scared of carbs, or like trying to eat like less carbs. But instead of like previously when I was very disordered, I would be like, don't eat two rice cakes, have one instead, because that's like less carbs. Whereas me now, I'm like thinking about like, okay, what do I want for breakfast? I can choose between like, do I want toast or do I want sweet potatoes? And
mm-hmm.
I'm like, I kind of want like sweet potatoes because I'm gonna hit legs in like a few hours, and I know
Yeah,
that sweet potatoes will give me carbs, which is energy for my body. I want to have energy when I go into my lift so I can really push myself and move and
yeah,
honor my body in the way that I truly can. And then it's like when I get home, I'll be like, okay, what do I want to eat? Like, I'm kind of leaning towards like chicken and rice. That's just an example. Sounds like very
yeah,
good. And it's like, I literally like visualize in my head like my muscles. And I'm like, my muscles right now are all like ripped apart. And in order for them to repair, they need food, they need energy to do that. And
yeah,
obviously protein to repair, but they also need carbs so that they can replenish, they can get nice and
mm-hmm.
fused back together again and plumped up and grow. So it's like
Do you,
crazy to me how
yeah,
like how far your body can go when you actually give it the resources to do so. Um,
yeah. Like for you, do you meal prep at all?
I don't meal prep. Like I
Yeah,
would say the only meal prepping I do is I'm a chicken girl. I love my chicken, but it
mm-hmm.
would be very like tedious, but also inconsiderate to the others in my house if every time I wanted to eat, I like turn on the stove and cook chicken. So like what I do is I like make a big batch of like chicken
Mm-hmm.
breast, just like in the oven, air fry it with like some garlic powder, salt, pepper, and then I
Uh-huh.
let it cool and I like shred it all apart and put it into a container so that way I can, if I want a burrito, I can just like whip it out and put it in
Mm-hmm.
there, and it lasts me like 3, 4 days. So that's like all I really do. But
Yeah,
people always ask me, they're like, make what I eat in a day. But I'm like, y'all, I literally eat the same things every day. Like I eat a burrito, I eat a prime bite, I have some sort of yogurt bowl with like my like granola on there. And then I'll usually have like a nice hearty dinner of like sweet potatoes and like steak and like cottage cheese or whatever. Um,
mm-hmm.
but yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Was there like I know, on social, or actually, let me ask you this first. Like you say you eat like kind of the same thing every day. Is that like kind of boring and like tiring for you?
um I wouldn't say like boring or tiring, because like my whole philosophy is I just kind of I eat what I crave, but I also make sure that I like nourish my body in the way that it needs to. So a
Mm-hmm.
lot of the times, like I will be craving like my yogurt bowl or whatever because I look forward to it. But people also are always like, like, don't you get bored of eating like that? But I'm like, no, y'all, like I genuinely crave like runny eggs and like a good steak and like peanut butter. Like it's so weird to explain, but once you get like used to Whole Foods and like acclimated to it, and it's like you notice like how you feel and also like how you like look, I guess. It's like like I don't crave things like McDonald's or like donuts or like stuff like
Yeah.
that just because like it's not appealing to me.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah. And like I don't know if this is true, but my mom, she's like a very like big on like health and stuff like that. And she
Mine
says,
too.
yeah, she says lots of things, but they're kind of like contradictory to what most gym people say. Like she doesn't like the whole carbs thing, like that's her. Like she doesn't want me to eat like any carbs at all. Like
Mm.
nothing at all. But she what were we talking about? Um I forgot. What was the last thing you mentioned with food? Do you remember?
Um, Kind of how like when you eat like Whole Foods, you don't really want the
Oh
junk
yeah,
stuff
yeah.
anymore.
Yeah, so she was saying like when you start to kind of fix your diet, like all of the stuff that's bad for you, like McDonald's or like very sugary foods, or not like very sugary, like, like donuts or like sweet treats. Basically, she was saying, or this is to her. I mean, like to me, like I don't really care for sweets, but like to her, she's like, whenever I eat something that's not like what I want to eat in that like second like dopamine kind of like rush of a sweet treat, like I don't want to eat it anymore. Like if I stop eating donuts, then I'm never going to crave for it. Like I crave for something that's healthier, which it makes sense because it genuinely is better for your body if you want to eat something that makes you feel good, like something that gives you energy and stuff like that. Yeah,
Yeah,
so
and I
that's
mean
what it
like
reminded me of.
there's like no demonization towards those like food at all because like I
Mhm.
believe all foods fit and it's like if I have a
Yeah.
craving, like I will eat it or I will like
Yeah,
at
yeah, me
least try
too.
to find like a healthier alternative. Like something I always do is one of my like favorite yogurt bowl toppings is like crushed up Oreos.
Uh-huh.
Like yeah, you can call me a gym girl all you want, but like I will not give up Oreos.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
there's like and I got a comment on like my what I eat in a day that I posted on TikTok a few days back, and someone was like, to have your physique or maintain your body, like, did you like cut out all sugar? And I'm like, you can literally like look at the picture of my yogurt bowl. There's chocolate chips on there. There's
Yeah.
cookies on there. And it's like it just genuinely like baffles me because, you know, I can go and I can get ice cream with my friends if I wanted to, and it's like it's not going to do anything bad to me. It's like people don't realize that what makes you unhealthy is, yes, of course, it's like food quality, but it's also food quantity.
Yeah, like the
Because
portion that you
when
have.
yeah, and that just doesn't just mean eating in like a surplus and gaining like a lot of weight over time. It can also be like me, how I was anorexic and not eating even like half of what I needed. Like that was not healthy. Just like how
Yeah.
being overweight, and like having like high blood pressure and stuff like that is not healthy either. So,
Yeah. Yeah,
um,
exactly. And like
there's
I've
like so
seen
much to
Mhm.
learn from fitness,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah. And it's like I feel like with fitness and stuff there's very like there's the people who would say like, "Oh, I want to bulk." And then there's the people who would say like, "Oh, I want to cut." And it's like two
Yeah.
opposites, like they really like they're able to connect, because
Yeah,
the
and
gym
see,
can fix
that's
both of it or whatever. Yeah.
right. That's the thing that I also like don't really personally like implement or like agree with
Oh,
myself
really?
is like the whole
Uh-huh.
like bulking and cutting stuff because like I don't like to view my life in like, okay, for this half of the year, I'm bulking, and for this half, I'm cutting.
Yeah,
For
yeah.
me, it's like I don't want to like never say never because like I do want to compete one day, and that does mean I'll
Uh-huh.
probably have to go through like a serious growing phase. But I've never done like a bulk, like where you're like pushing food, you're really pushing like weight up. Like
Yeah, to
for
like make you
me,
uncomfortable.
right, for me, like
Yeah.
I've done like mini bulks, but I don't even like to call them bulks because I was like 100, 200 calories above maintenance, and
Uh-huh.
I was still eating the same things that I do every day. It was just a matter of adding like, an extra egg or like an extra portion of peanut butter or something.
Oh,
And
uh-huh.
it's like
Yeah.
kind of like lean bulking, like you go
Yeah, yeah,
slow
yeah.
and you still keep things like relatively like clean. And then
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
yeah, and everyone always asks me because my body composition looks very different than it did last summer or even like 6 months ago or wait, 8 months ago in like December. And people are like, "Did you do a cut?" And I was like, "No, I like never did a cut. It's just kind of like a matter of me." I would always be like, especially when I went to Europe last year, when I was in like my mini bulk, I was like, okay, I just want to go to maintenance for like October,
Mm-hmm.
November when I'm traveling. And I did.
Yeah.
And it's like my body just sorted itself out. And then I was at like maintenance for a little bit. And then I went into like a 200 surplus like every day. And then I went back to maintenance. And then I just started like feeling like, this is kind of exhausting. Like I just want to like eat what feels good. And that means some days I'm at maintenance, other days I'm in a little surplus, other days I'm in a bigger surplus, some
Yeah,
days I'm in
yeah.
a deficit. It's just like
Yeah.
kind of honoring my body and like what it wants that day. Like when I train legs, naturally I'm hungrier because it's legs.
Yeah.
So, um, it's like I wouldn't even say that I've like ever ate in a deficit, honestly. Like I'm always at maintenance or slightly
Mm-hmm.
above. Um,
Yeah. I
but
never want to do. Uh-huh.
because it's like
And
people don't realize like body recomposition like truly is a thing and it is possible, but I wouldn't really say like you could chase after it as easily as like a cut or a bulk. Like body recomposition, I don't know, it just kind of like happens. Like the body is like fascinating and it knows how
yeah,
to adapt
100%.
based off of like activity and like what you eat and stuff. So it's like if you do like weightlifting, your body has that stimulus to like build muscle. It wants to repair. So it'll take kind of like that energy that you give it towards its priority of like repairing and
Yeah.
recovering. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Like with bulking and cutting, like I don't really have any beef with it. Like if people want to do that, they can do that. Like,
Oh
but
yeah,
I don't
of
think it's
course.
really like
It's not for everyone,
yeah.
I would
I
say.
don't feel like it's not really for me. Like if it's being pushed to like the extreme of like oh only like chicken, rice, and broccoli every single day, I feel like I can't really do that. Like I
You
feel like
can't have
it'll start
fun.
hampering on my
Like,
mental health, you know? Like I'll
yeah,
like
and
physically be like, "Oh my God, where's my sweet treats? What the heck?"
exactly.
Yeah,
And it's
exactly.
like, I don't, there's no reason to like do that for like general lifestyle.
Yeah.
Like only competitors really like need to do that because they
Yeah, yeah,
are
yeah.
competing to
Yeah.
be like the best of the best.
Yeah,
And
and I feel like that's like a big misconception now because there's so many like lots of gym bros like they look up to those competitors and it's like
right.
that's all they really do and it's like is that what you want to do? Like genuinely, is that what you want to do? Like do you want that to be your body like fully like just like that basic chicken, broccoli, whatever. And it's like
Yeah.
people don't realize that there's an alternative. Like you can still eat quote unquote like healthier, whatever is good for you, and it doesn't have to be what everyone's saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I mean also just like with the matter of bodybuilding is an extreme sport, which
Yeah.
requires extreme measures that are not
Yeah.
sustainable, like long term.
Yeah.
Like competitors. when they're getting very close to a show, they do like hours of cardio in a day and their calories are like slashed to like,
Mhm.
you know, even like 1200 or below, like for
Mm.
some women. And that
Yeah.
is not sustainable. Also, to be like that dehydrated, that dried out, like your hormones take a
Yeah, yeah,
hit. And
yeah,
people
yeah,
don't
yeah,
realize that it's like hormones are the precursor to muscle. So it's like for
yeah.
females, if you're overworking yourself, you don't have your period, you're very skinny, you're very lean, um, your estrogen is low, that means that your anabolic hormones are also like low because for women, it's like I feel like estrogen is so demonized, but like as women,
Uh,
we need estrogen. Like estrogen is what builds our muscle. Um,
yeah.
so, I mean, I always get people asking me, like, do you have your period? Do you, like, are you healthy? Like, you must not be healthy. And I'm like, first of
I
all,
can't
that's like,
believe they asked that. Why are you
yeah.
Oh my
I'm like,
God.
first of all, that's none of your business. And
I know,
second of
right?
all, yeah.
That's
Yes,
way too personal. That's so weird.
I
Oh my
know.
God.
And like,
I'm so
yes,
sorry.
I do bleed every month. Just because someone has abs does not mean that they're like unhealthy and starving.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, yeah.
it's crazy. Um, But yeah, and that's another thing is like just that being a gymnast in the past, that competitive nature in me. I do want to compete one day, possibly. I don't know yet. Like I'm not thinking about it now because it's
Yeah.
like, my relationship right now with my food and my body and exercise is like the best it's been at, and I really don't want to jeopardize it to
Mhm.
like where it feels like a chore because a
Yeah.
lot of the
Yeah, yeah.
times
Yeah.
in prep, people are like, ugh, like I don't want to go to the gym. I don't have energy. That why do I have to do this? And it's like you're choosing your hard. Um,
Yeah.
and it's
And you
like,
still like you want to kind of maintain that like actual fun in doing these things instead of making
yeah,
it a chore. I
and just
completely get
like
that. Yeah.
healthy relationship as well. Like a lot of people post show, they deal with binging. That's when eating
Mhm.
disorders start to come up because
Yeah.
it's like that whole mental thing again. Like, oh, on prep, I was only eating uh say like rice and tilapia. Now it's like I'm gonna
Yeah.
introduce like fatty steak. Oh my God. Like y'all, it's
Yeah.
literally just food. Like it's
Yeah.
not that deep.
Yeah.
But I
I know
mean,
like mhm. On your stories, there's something that you do that I really love. Like you do like little like polls that's like words of affirmation. Is that kind of connected to like your backstory of your mental health and stuff like that? Or what's that
yes.
from? Yeah.
So I am very big into journaling. I literally have
Me too.
journals since like I can go look, but it's like books from like 2022, 2023, 24, and I can open them and I can literally like see what I was dealing with in that moment years ago.
Yeah. Oh my
And
God, I love that
it's
so much. Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah.
Um, so I mean, with affirmations, I always like to start my day with them because it puts me in like the right mindset. And a lot of the times, affirmations that I post on my story are like the ones that I need to hear, like in that day
Yeah.
as well. And I'll like usually post the affirmations that I pick from like my journaling in the morning. Um, I need to get back into journaling because I've kind of been slacking with it, but I used to journal literally like every single morning,
Me too. Me
just
too.
like
Yeah.
brain dump what I'm feeling. And it
Yeah.
made me feel like so good because just like a lot of the things that I've learned is like your mind is like very powerful. And it's like I would not be at the place where I am today, like with the gym and social media, if I was constantly thinking like this is pointless, this is gonna fail, I'm not gonna get
Yeah.
anywhere. Whereas instead I'm like, I have a goal and I'm going to take actions to reach that goal because I know that I'm capable of doing that.
Period.
Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
it's like very big for me.
Mhm. I've been journaling for like a long time too. I've been doing it since like I was 7, so like it's been a little over a decade now, and it's like it's definitely done like a lot for me. Like I feel like whenever you journal, it's kind of like you have a conversation with yourself. Like you're
Yeah,
talking to yourself like how do you want to grow and like what do you need to lock in on? And it's like I feel like that's like journaling, at least that part, like that has like a lot of growth. Like there's a growth spurt whenever I journal, you
right.
know.
And it's like
Yeah.
conversations with yourself that you didn't even know that you had like
Mhm.
deep down in
Yeah, it
yourself.
kind
It's
of
like
just
so
comes
much
out.
stuff.
Yeah.
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 It's like just
Yeah.
I, a lot of the times I would leave journaling and I would be like, I didn't even know that I was thinking like that. Like I would just brain dump onto the page and I would just start out
Mhm.
by saying like, I'm tired. I woke up and I didn't have the best sleep. And then I would end like the journaling page with being like something completely different.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
so
me
you just
too.
like let it flow, I
Yeah,
guess.
exactly. And it's like, I feel like lots of people say, like, oh, it's hard and I don't know what to talk about. But literally, if you talk about anything random, like anything at all, something is going to come out. Like, I
Yeah, and
swear, like,
it
we're
does.
humans. Yeah, it
It's
does. It truly
people
does.
It's also like the perfectionism thing, like people being like, I don't know what to like write about, but literally it's just as simple as picking up a piece of paper and just starting to write. Like you don't have to like
Yeah.
I hate it how like people try to be like aesthetic and like Pinterest stuff, like let me look up this journal prompt and this fun cutie thing. Like just it's not supposed to be like some like super pretty, like literally just like my journal, when I open it, it just looks like I spilled like words onto a
Oh my
page.
God, yeah, me
So,
too. Like for some of my diaries, I really like to like whenever I do any of this like content creation, it's like I'm having a little bit. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Um, okay, yeah. So what was I saying? Yeah, like for the diary stuff and like whenever I do like any content creation or like basically anything that's like a lot of it's because of memories. Um, so whenever, or for me, I call it a diary because that's what it really is to me. Like, not really like,
honestly, yeah.
yeah, yeah, because I'm just putting like my day in there most of the time and like my thoughts and stuff like that. Um, but I feel like when people say journaling, it's kind of more structured, but then diary is just like out there. But anyways, okay, so what I
Yeah.
was saying, like sometimes, oh my God, this is gonna be kind of like I don't know if you're gonna think it's cringy, but like sometimes I'd
Nah.
be like really sad and like I would start crying, and it's like I would let myself cry like as I write on the diary, and then like
Oh my gosh,
sometimes
yeah.
like my tears would stay in the page, or like if I'm like I don't know if I have a movie ticket or something and it was a date like I put that stuff in there. Like I want to keep as much as whatever is in the moment inside my diary. So like
Yeah.
if I see like a feather on the floor and I think it's pretty, which I've done, like I literally take a piece of tape and I put it in there and I was like, I saw this today and it's like when you look back into it, have you looked back into your diaries and stuff like that?
Yeah, I have just like at journal entries from even when I was in like
Yeah.
early recovery. Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm like gonna start doing that thing of like taping stuff in there because I
Oh
think
my
that's like
yeah.
really cool.
Yeah,
Um,
oh my God, it really is. It's like it feels like because we can never go back to the past, but it feels like
mhm.
you kind of get a little glimpse of it when that happens. Like just writing in general, like that's like I feel like that's the best part because that's where you really know yourself. But then when I have like a little like thing in there
I
that
feel
like
like
that's a
that's
little
so
cute addition.
fun.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is fun. Yeah. Yeah, but that's all I wanted to say. We're about to wrap up here. Is there anything else you want to talk about?
Um, no, I mean, it was just like really fun, honestly. Just like
No, yeah, me too.
talking.
Like I didn't know you so much until today. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
and it's like, I just love like the gym and sharing and like trying to inspire other people because it truly did wonders for me. Like it
Yeah.
got me out of a terrible time and it
Yeah.
helped me find myself again. So
Yeah.
it's
When
like,
you uh-huh.
yeah.
When you first started, like did you have people on your For You page that's like gym? 'Cause like for me, how I first started is from other people. Like they were the ones that also influenced me. It's not like a random decision I started to do.
It was like for me, I just wanted to like start lifting and I wanted to get strong because literally like the main thing is always like I remember how malnourished I was and how awful I felt. Literally like no energy to even like lift up a cup or like get out of bed. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I never want to feel that weak and that frail and that lifeless again. I
Yeah.
want to feel strong, and that is why like when I'm at the gym, I'm not chasing like aesthetics, I'm chasing strength, I'm chasing
Period. Yeah.
performance. And it's
Yeah.
like, of course, like I do have body goals. Like I want to grow my quads. I want bigger quads. I
Mm-hmm.
want to grow my shoulders even more than they already are. I want
Mm-hmm.
to build my glutes. And I think that's
Yeah.
completely okay if you
Yeah,
have
yeah, yeah.
like good intentions behind it.
Yeah.
Um, because it was like my biggest insecurity growing up has always been my legs. And it's like, especially like with an eating disorder, my legs were like sticks, like bones. And I was
Mm-hmm.
like, that's not cool. Like, I want to be able to be like, oh yeah, I can squat this much, and my legs are the credentials to prove that
Okay,
I'm
period.
strong. Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's like my mindset, honestly, with it. So
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
yeah.
Is if there's like anything that you could say for like anyone in the world to take away, like what would it be? That's the last thing I'll ask.
So, wow, this is like a very deep question, but it's like you are so much more powerful than you think. And it's like if you are struggling with your relationship with food or your body or exercise, those are things that you should seriously like
Think about.
prioritize and
Yeah, yeah.
invest into bettering because there's so much more to life than that. And you, like, your body is so capable of like amazing things when you give it the resources to be able to like grow and thrive and you honor it instead of punishing it
Mhm.
and just, taking care of yourself, honestly, because you're the
Mhm.
only person you have. And it's like, take care of yourself in ways that feel good to you. That doesn't have to be lifting. Maybe you're more into cross country or running marathons or cycling.
Yeah.
Just find what you like. So,
Yeah.
yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, that's very sweet. Yeah. But yeah, like I appreciate like everything that you've taught me and like everything I've known about you today. Like I literally didn't know so much stuff. And like I really appreciate it, like actually. Wait, oh my God.
No, it's so
Okay, I wanted
cute. Love
I
it.
wanted to ask you this. Like, have you ever had your yogurt bowls with prime bites together?
Bro, I have, but honestly, it's not my preference because you
Uh,
already know, like, my way of Kay's way is like, I like to freeze my prime bites. Like,
mm-hmm.
well, I like to smash them before freezing them. And when
Yeah.
I like mix it into yogurt, it's not like the same, like, texture,
But
you know?
what if you could do like, okay, sorry, this is just me being a foodie. Like, if there's a way you can make it like a yogurt covered prime bite that's frozen.
That's, that sounds like, honestly, or like, I guess I could like freeze a prime bite and then like cut it up and then put it on yogurt. I don't know. I've put a prime bite
I
on
don't know.
creamy
We'll see.
before.
But like, yeah, cause low key like that sounds bussin'. Yeah, but like,
Like
anyways, yeah.
protein.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
No, it was so much fun. So,
Yeah. So I'm gonna say bye, guys. Thank you guys for watching this video. It was really nice to have you, Kay. All of her socials are gonna be down below. Can you still hear me? Yeah, okay. All of Kay's socials are gonna be down below, so make sure to give her a follow and follow her journey. And we'll see you guys on the next episode. Bye.
yay.